What's up, guys? It's Geo, and welcome to the first actual episode of Mediocremons, which we're doing here on the channel. This is a new series, and basically, if you guys haven't seen the Mediocremons intro episode, go back in the playlist to the most previous episode, and it'll be there, because Mediocremons is cool, and it'll help you understand all this. Anyway, I'm planning to do this as more of a casual series, so I'm not going to be as super serious about it or really care about my rank, but anyway. Today I'm using a Sun offense team in Mediocremons, which I really think is one of the best playstyles that you can use in the tier. I have a Fletchender with Gale Wings, Swords Dance, Acrobatics, U-Turn, and Flamethrower. And then I have Weeping Bell. It's basically a Sun Weeping Bell with Weather Ball, Solar Beam, Sludge Bomb, and Hidden Power Ice. And then I have a Rotom, which is basically just a Choice Scarf Rotom with a Volt Switch, Shadow Ball, Trick, and Willow. It is one of two Scarfers on the teams, the second of which is Gabite, but I usually trick away Rotom Scarf, so I like to have two Scarfers. And Gabite basically rocks Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Iron Head, and Rock Slide. Pretty standard set right there. And then we have our Sunsetter, which is Vulpix, Hypnosis, Flamethrower, Toxic, and Hidden Power Grass. And the reason you'll see me using Hidden Power Grass, or Grass Knot, or Weeping Bell is because Quagsire is a big threat in the tier, and I do not like Quagsire. Additionally, we have Charmeleon, who is, in my opinion, one of the best Pokemon in the tier, super underrated. With leftovers, has Solar Power, Fire Blast, Dragon Balls, Hidden Power Grass, and Flame Charge. Anyway, let's jump straight into a battle. I haven't done a match on my main account yet, which is this account, so that's, yeah. Alright, anyway, we have Floette, which is a big threat, monster special defense. Basculin is one of the best Pokemon in the tier, and is a big threat to this team, so I need to keep Weeping Bell around. Lunatone can probably be a weakness policy. Klefki and Nidoqueen are two of the best Pokemon in the tier as well. So, I think I'm going to lead with Rotom, because a Rotom allows me to trick something. Here comes Lunatone. If Lunatone starts setting up, then I'm going to lock it into a setup move and force a switch, and then I can Volt Switch from there. So I'm going to trick it. I end up getting the leftovers as it ends up setting rocks. So it's locked into rocks. Unfortunately, I don't have a spinner on this team, which I probably should have taken a look at. But, you know, it's whatever. I'm going to Shadow Ball the Klefki. That does good damage. I'm going to Willow, just because I want to get some residual damage off. And I don't really need Rotom for later in the match. You're just going to foul play, which is kind of annoying because I didn't get the Willow off. But, you know, it kind of is what it is. If I can get a burn on Basculin, that'd be pretty cool, but I don't think it's going to happen. Actually, let me check something real quick. Yeah, okay. I was making sure I had Fletchender's EVs correctly inputted. He's going to just set up a Reflect, and I miss another Willow. This is just going wonderfully so far, so I'm just going to Willow this again. He's probably going to bring in Basculin after he sets up screens, or Nidoqueen. I do finally get a burn off on this thing. I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball, which is going to be not very effective damage. Oh, I thought he was going to switch, honestly. Actually, that's going to hit for neutral damage, because I forgot Fairy does not resist Ghost. I'm going to go for Shadow Ball one more time, because he's going to sack his Klefki here, which really probably wasn't the best play on his part, but you know, it happens. Because now 2 turns of his screens are gone. He only has 4 to 6, no. Like, he basically what I'm trying to say is he doesn't have as many turns left on his screens as he probably would like to. So, yeah. There's not a whole lot he can bring in safely. He's going to choose to bring in Mawile, which I'm okay with. It has Intimidate. I'm just going to Willow here, and I missed the Willow, which is unfortunate. I'm 1 for 4 on Willows so far. Gosh dang it. Anyway, I'm going to bring in Vulpix to get the Sun up, and I don't think he's going to want to stay in, but I'm going to go for a Flamethrower anyway. He does stay in, and Mawile eats that up, ends up going for a Play Rough, but I'm going to resist that. I'm actually going to keep Vulpix around, because it can potentially help me later. I'm going to go into something that resists his Fairy type attacks, which is my Weeping Bell. Weeping Bell takes about 40%, which is not good at all, but I'm going to go for a Weather Ball here. Because Weather Ball is going to nuke something that comes in, because it, in the Sun, Weather Ball becomes a base 100 fire type attack that Weeping Bell uses to hit other grass types. So that's kind of scary. He ends up staying in, and I'm able to knock his Mawile out, so that's fine with me. His Reflect is gone, so I'm almost through these screens, which is good because that means Fletchlander can come in later and do some work. But I don't think I can take an Aqua Jet, but he ends up forfeiting, so that's fine. We're gonna hop into another match. I'm not sure how long I will continue to use the same teams in a row. I'll just probably randomly switch between teams because I want to try out as many things as possible in the month that I have. Looks like we're lagging a little bit, but that's okay. He's using Clang, I think. Yeah, Clang. He's using a Slurpluff, which is a huge threat in this tier. He's using Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen is super common. Quillfish, which could potentially be a threat to my team. I got to keep Gabite or Rotom around. Parasect, which is immune to water type attacks, but is going to suffer in the sun. Then we have Clamperl. I'm going to lead with Rotom, because my standard strategy for Rotom is to trick. I'm probably going to trick him into Spikes here, which could be good, could be bad, but he may not want to stay in. But basically my strategy with Rotom is if I see Nidoqueen, I like to trick it a Scarf, so he does a favor for me by giving it a Scarf right now. So he has to choose one move to lock himself in onto. I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball here. He ends up going for Sludge Wave, but I resist that, which is great. And, but I have Life Orb now, so he can knock me out after a couple turns. I'm going to choose to keep Gabite around as opposed to Rotom, just because Rotom isn't going to help me as much with Clang still running around. So I'm just going to go for an Earthquake here. He has nothing to stop me from Earthquaking, and his Nidoqueen will die relatively easily now. He's going to end up going into Parasect, which 4 times resists ground. Probably should have seen that coming. But I'm going to go ahead into Vulpix here as sleep fodder, because Vulpix usually doesn't do that much on my team. He ends up going for an SD, though. That's fine. He's losing health, and he's going to be absolutely nuked by this Flamethrower. So Vulpix picks up a kill after me, or picks up a knockout after me saying Vulpix usually doesn't do anything. So that's cool. We'll get that out of the way. You have Slurpluff. I'm going to Hypnosis and hope I hit Hypnosis, although with how I've been hitting things today, I highly doubt I hit this. Actually, I do hit it, so that's pretty cool. I'm going into Charmeleon, because I'm going to show you what Charmeleon can do. Actually, should I go into Charmeleon? Yeah, I'm going into Charmeleon. As long as he stays asleep, then I'm okay. Please stay asleep. Please stay asleep! You stay asleep if I hit Fire Blast, which I do. That is going to knock you out because Charmeleon is a monster. Charmeleon is a monster in the sun. Because basically the game plan for Charmeleon is click Fire Blast until a Water type comes in, then click Hidden Power Grass. And if a Dragon comes in, which there's like no dragons in the tier except Gabite, if a Dragon comes in, hit it with Dragon Pulse. But Charmeleon doesn't have that great of a special move pool, but his physical attack isn't wonderful either. So you kind of have to make do with its limited move pool. Here is Clamperl. I'm just going to go for an HP Grass here to see how much damage it's going to do. Because I still do have Weeping Bell and Fletchlander chilling in the back, which can do a lot of work to this guy's team. HP Grass is going to straight up take Clamperl out. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a forfeit right here. But ends up going out into Nidoqueen. I know Nidoqueen is Scarfed because I did trick it a Scarf. But he has to lock himself in on one move. I'm going to go out into Fletchlander, hoping it's Earth Power. Ends up being Earth Power, so now he has to switch. I'm U-turning, because I'm expecting Quillfish. Quillfish does end up coming on out, as long as I don't get... Oh no, he doesn't have Poison Point, he has Intimidate. Anyway, going out into Gabite here, because I can threaten the rest of his team with Scarfed Earthquakes from Gabite. And Gabite isn't actually too terrible. Gabite. I kind of need another Scarfer, but, you know. He has base 90 attack, which is really cool. Base 82 speed isn't anything to sneeze at. And he does take on Basculin relatively well because of Rough Skin. Clang, I get a crit, as he ends up going for Shift Gear, which would be a problem if I didn't have a ton of priority left. He still doesn't outspeed Scarfed Gabite. So that is going to be the match because I do outspeed Nidoqueen, and that is going to be today's video. I'm going to keep these a lot shorter just because I only have 1 month to record them. And I want to get a lot of content out for this. So anyway, if you guys did enjoy the first official episode of Mediocremons, please make sure to leave a like, as it really does help show support for the new series that I'm bringing to the channel. Additionally, make sure to leave a comment on what is your guys' favorite type of weather play style. Is it like sand? Is it sand stall? Is it sand offense? Is it weather? Is it sun offense? Yeah. With that, I urge you to subscribe if you guys are enjoying the constant content. With that, I'll catch you on the flip-flop.